Hello and welcome back. Today in this video, we are doing a 5,000 word writing challenge. We will be writing 5,000 words in one day or die trying. Or not actually die. Just cry. So, she will be staying home with my fiance. The plan is to go on a little writing date. I'm super excited. I don't do this very often. I'm a little worried I might not do well in my usual writing space, but at the same time, I feel like I've been really bogged down and the creative juices haven't been flowing as well in my usual writing space, so I'm excited. I also got my new glasses. They're very cool. I don't know if you can see the gold rim around the tortoise shell, and I like the metal bands with the plastic ends. Very cool. My prescription is updated, so I'm no longer getting sick and nauseous from looking at computer screens, and I can actually read them. I think this is a very important piece in achieving my writing goals for today. So that's the plan. Come along with me. So this day is going really well. This little writing day, I'm already at 2.5k words and I only have worked on one chapter. So we're just flying through this goal. It's super exciting. I was kind of nervous because I had a late start to the day because I live in rural Illinois, small town. I had to drive about 45 minutes. That's kind of the closest place where there are things to do. The struggles of small town living. But I went to this really cute cafe that I've been wanting to go to for a long time, and people talk about it all the time. It's called Leaves and Beans, and it's just the cutest, coziest little coffee shop cafe. Lots of places to sit and lots of people are in there working on homework, on laptops, reading, chatting. It feels very welcoming. It doesn't feel like you're taking up space and you shouldn't be in there working. That's the vibe, which I loved. And they had plenty of seating inside and outside, and then it looked like they had some seating downstairs as well. So I took a little one-person, two-person seater outside in a little corner, and that way I didn't feel like I was being stared at as I was writing. I didn't feel like I was disrupting anyone when I was trying to film little bits and pieces. So that was really nice. And I had a breakfast sandwich kind of late in the day. I feel to have breakfast, and I'm not super hungry right now, but I did get myself some lunch before I left because I figured it's already a little past 1 o'clock. It's 1:15, and I still have 2.5k words left to write. And I feel like I'm going to be hungry, so I got myself a little chicken Caesar salad wrap. Plus, this is just good research for my coffee shop. That was good. I wasn't super impressed by their coffee. I think the beans that we have at my place are better. And I like the Monin syrups. They use a lot of Torani. but their food was really good and the space itself was really, really cozy. Usually I just write at home, so that was kind of stressful and that was hard for me to settle into that vibe for like 5-10 minutes when I first got there. I was really distracted by other people talking. I didn't have my little candle that I'm so accustomed to and conditioned to, I think. Once I put my headphones in and I had my Spotify playlist going for the Project Lovers whip, you can go watch this video on when I made it, how I made it, and then the link below if you want to listen to it. I'm always adding songs to it that fit the vibe when I find them. And when I'm working on chapters and scenes with new settings that I haven't written in yet, that's also a time when I'm adding new music to it. It's constantly being updated and evolving as the story itself evolves. But you guys can go listen to that on Spotify. It is linked below. I'm gonna go sit in the park and write for a little bit. I'm hoping I can at least get another 1,000 words out, and we're just gonna enjoy this little park. Officially at 4K. This is going way better than I thought it would. I've never written this many words in a day before. I've never written 5K. So I just thought it was going to be super hard. I think the real problem is that I normally just don't make this much time in the day or the week to write. I guess another big thing is that I took the time to plan out scenes ahead of time. I was worried that I wouldn't know what to write, and I think that is my big problem, is like sometimes when I sit down to write, I know like 1 or 2 scenes, but when I don't know what to write, I'm scared to sit down and write. So I made like a list of like 10 scenes, chapters-ish, and I've really only worked on 1 chapter this morning, and then I thought I was going to jump into those other chapters, but after I wrote that chapter this morning, I realized there are 2 scenes that I needed to add to make it flow a little bit more. Did not edit. Did not go back to those chapter scenes that I'd already written and edit. I just added to make more of a smooth transition between those things. I'm also finding that I'm reorganizing chapters. I think that's natural since I am writing out of order, not chronologically, and I'm doing some discovery writing. So initially when I wrote my outline, I only had 1 POV, 1 MC. Like I knew this other character was going to exist, was going to be part of the story, but at that time I was like, oh, this is going to be more like magical realism. We're not going to go into like an alternate world and do all this world building. Yeah. And then I decided the story would be a lot more fun and interesting and fun to write if I made the other character a main character. So we have like 2 main characters and we do switch between their POVs and we are jumping into this alternate world. So now we're going to go to Barnes & Noble and take a little break, wander around, look at some books. I'm so excited. I haven't done this in so long. And that also just feels like a little treat. But I only have 1 more K to write, so we'll see. It's always a little intimidating to start a new chapter when you're not sure. When you're discovery writing, when you're pantsing a little bit, you're not sure what's going to happen or quite who's in it, but that's part of the fun. Also, it's only 3 o'clock. I thought I was going to be working on this until like 10 o'clock tonight. Guys, there's a freaking sale. I mean, of course, I should have figured. It's Labor Day weekend. I should have figured, but there's a sale. Yeah, I'm gonna buy a book. and it's only like 5:30 and I started at like 10:45. I thought I got a late start. I thought this was gonna take me all day, but it wasn't that bad. It really wasn't that hard. I think the hardest part about this was just like finding the time and eliminating distraction. But it's really cool to know that I have a 5K day in me. Like, where are all these words coming from? That's crazy. That's so, like, I don't know, inspiring. Am I inspiring myself? Are you allowed to do that? Is that tacky? I don't know. There's probably a better word for that, but I'm out of them because I just wrote 5K. And I now understand how professional writers like Sarah J. Maas and Brandon Sanderson can put out like 13 to 18, sometimes even 20K words in a writing session, in a writing day. I think it's just about planning and then letting yourself go, like turning off the self-edit, not pressuring yourself, just letting yourself write to you and see what comes up. Part of the chapter I just wrote, I just created a new character. I found a good place to put in it's a monster, basically. It's not quite a monster, but it's a monster, like a threat to raise the stakes that I've been thinking about and I've been debating whether or not I should do. And it just fell into place very naturally. So that's exciting. And then I was able to start weaving in threads for a subplot. I love being a writer. Like, this is such a good day. And like, I can't imagine what life would be like if I just got to sit and write and think about my book and my characters and developing it full time. Anyway, this is a good day. If you haven't had a 5K day or a 10K day or even a 2 or 3K day, I encourage you to push yourself and try, clear your calendar, write out some scenes, and just lower your expectations, see what happens. Another super exciting thing is that we are now at 23K, like right under, like I think like 2 words under 24K for my manuscript, which means we finally broke 20K, and I still have a lot of chapters to go. Like, we just entered Act 2, the fun and game section, and then we need to go and iron out Act 3. Like, I've written some chapters, I've written the ending, but once I write this other stuff, I'm sure there will be new things to add. I'm just kind of in love and over the moon with writing in my book today, and it was a good day. And I'm glad you guys were here for it. So, thanks for watching. Till next time, cheers!